Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about what a narcissist truly feels. Thank you very much to the returning subscribers and your continued support. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to hopefully give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So when it comes to how a narcissist feels, we cannot truly know how somebody else is feeling in a given moment, especially those who are going to lie, deny, gaslight and project how they're feeling. All we can go on is those diagnosed narcissists who explain to others how they do feel and the reasoning behind their behaviour, the characteristics of the disorder itself, and how they treat other people to gain an understanding of how a narcissist feels and why we cannot help them with their feelings. It's who they are as a person, and if they don't want to change who they are as a person for themselves, they're not going to change who they are as a person. Many narcissists, due to those very characteristics, those 9 traits of the disorder, I'll have the video up here for that, due to those 9 traits of the disorder, someone needs at least 5 to be classed as on the disorder. Due to those 5 traits, is who they are as a person. They don't see themselves as a problem. They lack the empathy, they lack the comprehension, they lack the understanding of how their behaviour affects others. They're only interested in how it affects themselves. They don't recognise their own weaknesses, they don't recognise their own insecurities, therefore they don't recognise they're projecting their securities, their insecurities onto other people. They believe that other people are projecting theirs onto them. It's all to do with that shadow side. I'll also link that video up there. We often say that what a narcissist accuses others of is a confession of their true intentions, their true behaviour, their true thoughts, their true feelings. So when a narcissist is accusing you of being jealous, it's because they are jealous. When a narcissist accuses you of cheating, it's often because they are cheating. When they accuse you of lying, it is often because they are lying. This is one reason why they accuse other people of things. Narcissists hold grudges against others. Therefore, they have that very negative side to them and those very negative emotions within themselves, because they believe within themselves that the others have done something to the narcissist. Therefore, they dislike that other person, they hold a grudge against that other person, and due to their negative, toxic feelings, they seek to destroy other people. So yes, for example, a narcissist saying that you're cheating, this can be a confession that they are cheating, or it can be to distract you from either their behaviour or their intentions, to get you to focus on you, to get you to stop going out with people, because many narcissists fear abandonment. So by accusing you of these things, because you don't want to upset them, because you don't want to hurt them, because you want them to trust and believe in you, you might stop going out with friends and family, and the narcissist therefore has further control over you as they begin to isolate you from your friends, from your family, from hobbies, from activities, from the things that you like to do, slowly devaluing who you are as a person, most often because the narcissists themselves, whether they recognise this within themselves or not, don't feel worthy of you. So somewhere underlying, they need to have some form of awareness of their behaviour. They just override this by blaming other people or by holding on to that belief that they are special. They tell that many lies, they get tangled up in their lies, they have to keep lying to cover the tracks of their lies. As what narcissists accuse others of can also be a confession of their insecurities, of their weaknesses. If a narcissist fears abandonment, they are going to go all out to make you codependent on them so that you don't leave them. However, as they are that self-entitled hypocrite, they will happily leave you for someone new, and because they've created that codependency, they're relying on the fact that they can come back to you as and when needed for the narcissist. When it comes to most forms of emotions that most people feel, sometimes it can seemingly come across that a narcissist is simply dead inside. When a narcissist feels threatened in some way, they will often then abuse others. They will often then bait other people into reacting, and they will then often blame the other person's reactions for the narcissist behaviour, even though the reactions came after the narcissist behaviour, to escape accountability of the things they do. They don't recognise how they've caused the issue, and if they do for a moment recognise why they've caused that issue, to escape any form of shame, they are quickly going to pass the blame. So they can do something to truly hurt or upset another, and then they can stand there with a little glint in their eye, that Jupiter's delight smirk on their face, and blame you for the pain you're in. They can seemingly come across as emotionally dead, emotionally stunted. This can also be a defense mechanism to protect themselves. Not only protect themselves from exposure, but protect themselves from their very own insecurities and their very own vulnerabilities, not allowing other people to get that close to them, because it might expose those very insecurities that they themselves have created a false self to hide deep down within themselves, that they don't want to admit to within themselves. Most people have insecurities. Most people can recognise their insecurities. Most people will share those insecurities with those they love and care for. Any narcissist seems emotionally dead because they will use other people's insecurities against them. They will often make your biggest fears come true. Narcissists like to be in control. They like to believe they are superior due to their sense of entitlement. They want to have what they want with whoever they want, whenever they want it, because they believe they are entitled to have it. They feel powerful. They feel in control when they dupe people, when they manage to gain the attention they believe they deserve from other people, when they exploit other people, when they con other people. They feel a sense of pride in the fact that they can get one over other people. It's also highly addictive to them because it will fill their need of certainty, their need of certainty to be in control, not only about everything within their lives, but to be in control within everybody else's lives, to go the way the narcissist has created their ideal to go. Narcissists do feel shame, anger, resentment, hate, envy. In some ways, they feel a sense of nothingness. Therefore, they need supply from other people to fill themselves up. Because they are envious of others, they are always looking for more. because one of their traits is envy, even when they have more, they're still looking for more. So there's nothing to give them that satisfaction, to give them that happiness on a permanent basis. Yes, we can all have down days, we can all have those low moments. With a narcissist, they're always trying to cover their tracks. They're always blaming everybody else for ruining their lives, yet they're trying to hide those innermost feelings, not only from themselves but from those around them. Why they gaslight people with such truth-telling lies so convincingly? Well, because the narcissist has convinced themselves that their reality is right and all others must be in the wrong. They need to gain reactions from people not conforming to their demands to prove to themselves that they are right and the other person is wrong, so that they can blame other people, so that the narcissist doesn't have to feel guilty. If they do feel guilt, they are going to quickly pass the blame over to remove that feeling of guilt. If they feel shame, they are quickly going to accuse somebody else, to humiliate, to shame, to blame the other person, to escape those feelings within themselves. Not realizing that not only are they hurting other people, they are indeed hurting themselves, because they're never going to learn from their own behavior. They're just going to keep pushing people away, because people do eventually walk away, and they're still going to blame the other person for turning against them. They're not going to recognize what they did to that other person. Narcissists feel harshness when they are criticized. Many people don't like being criticized, but many people will look inwards and question themselves, and often it breaks down somebody's confidence when they are criticized. Or there is those people that can accept the criticism, see whether they need to work on something, see whether it says more about that other person, and move on with their lives. And then there is a narcissist who feels deep humiliation when they are criticised in some way, whether that is constructive criticism or negative criticism, whether that's real criticism or perceived criticism. Often why they will rage out of nowhere, or those passive aggressive silent treatments and those passive aggressive sulks, because they feel criticised, they're going to have to pull everybody else down so they can get themselves back in control. When it comes to a narcissist, they hold on to a lot of resentment, they hold on to a lot of grudges, and as they hold on to these grudges against other people, they hold on to a lot of negative emotions. And negative emotions are toxic. We all have negative emotions. We counteract them with those positive emotions. We find that balance within our lives, moving from one moment to the next on a given situation that's happening. When you are around negativity on a daily basis, you will notice how it brings you down. Not only does it bring your mindset down, it also makes you fear things happening. It also brings your body language down, and you become less confident within as a person. With a narcissist, they try to hide this, they try to mask this, but as they never work on their own issues because they're unwilling to recognize their own issues, or because they're unwilling to admit they've been through some form of trauma, and how none of us are responsible for our trauma. It might seem unfair, but we are all responsible for our healing. A narcissist doesn't believe they're responsible for their healing. They believe other people are responsible for their healing. Why they want to get other people helping them. However, because they're not willing to help themselves, it's never going to work for them. When a narcissist isn't the centre of attention, because part of the disorder is requiring that excessive attention, they feel frustrated. When they can't make people do what they want them to do, they feel frustrated, they feel angry, they feel envious. When they see other people achieving things, the narcissist feels envy. They don't feel happy for other people as much as they do feel emotions. We all have emotions. They don't feel happy for other people's successes, why they have to criticise others, why they have to bring other people down. And more often than not, because they do this to other people, they themselves believe that other people are envious of them. They believe other people are trying to ruin them. Therefore, they need to get in there first. Only you're not coming from that place, which is why more often than not, a narcissist will sink somebody, manipulate people, and then we have the journey of working out what on earth has happened to us. And as we care about them, we have that struggle of breaking free from them and realizing that we cannot help them, we can help ourselves. Narcissists do not feel emotions such as happiness, joy, sadness, and empathy. At least not in the same way we do. If they did feel these in the same way that we do, they wouldn't go around behaving in the ways that they do. If they felt happiness for other people, they wouldn't try to destroy other people. If they felt empathy for other people, they wouldn't continually hurt other people. If they felt joy within their lives, they wouldn't seek to ruin the lives of those they claim to care about. Narcissists fulfill these emotions by exploiting other people. Them getting one over on somebody brings them happiness. Them getting one over on somebody brings them joy. Them seeing somebody else fail brings them happiness, which is a twisted way of going through life. By taking from others, by bringing others down, they feel that smugness, which is why often you will see that creepy smirk on their faces when you are in the most need of somebody's support, believing that they love and care about you, watching them try to do all they can to destroy you. And that gives them the pleasure, that gives them that smug look. They don't feel sympathy in the way that we do. They don't feel sympathy for those around them. They feel sympathy for themselves. The grandiose might not admit to being the woe is me. The vulnerable will act more woe is me. However, if things aren't going a narcissist way, they hold that sympathy for themselves only. You can't help a narcissist. You can't help somebody who doesn't recognise their own behaviour, who doesn't recognise their own feelings, who doesn't recognise other people's feelings, who doesn't want to help other people out. You cannot help these kinds of people. Professionals are still looking into a way to help them in the right way. For now, the more we forgive them, the more we try to help them, the more it teaches them that their behaviour works for them. As difficult as it is, if you care about them, the best way to help a narcissist is by walking away and no longer playing their games, to teach them that their behaviour isn't acceptable and you're no longer going to go along with it. You're no longer going to support them. You're no longer going to enable them, and they're going to have to work on themselves if they want to change themselves. Also, if you are, and it's a normal emotion, if you are holding on to that resentment for the things that they have done for you, again, by walking away from them as they fear abandonment, as they seek that excessive attention, by walking away from them, by no contact, by doing grey rock, by no longer giving them the attention that they believe they're entitled to, which is very hard when they are pushing every single button to get you to react to them. That is what they want. That is the game they are playing. You have to begin to recognise the game they are playing and stop playing with them. That is the only way for now that they are going to learn. They might not learn from it. However, you can start to move on with your life and leave them to just get on with theirs. I shall add in the description why you need to stop explaining yourself to a narcissist, as this explains more. When it comes to a narcissist's emotions, they feel all the emotions that we feel. They just don't feel them in the same way that we do. Thank you very much for listening, and go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.